The fate of this year's hockey season is suddenly down to just 37 days. After months of labor negotiations, the NHL set a hard-line deadline today. It says if a deal can't be hammered out, the players will be locked out. And as the CBC's Alan Waterman reports, a sizable gap still separates both sides.
Come September 15th, when the current player's contract expires, hockey could come to a halt.
A very strong emblem of the puck.
Time is getting short, and the owners are not prepared to operate under this collective bargaining agreement for another season.
He's got
Buchanan's with him, he shoots, he scores!
For another season, the two sides are split on how to share the revenue. For the owners, their first offer amounts to a 24% cut to the players' salaries. The Players Association balked. The NHL made $3.3 billion last season, and the union believes there should be greater revenue sharing between rich and poor clubs.
We made a presentation directly related to the owner's proposed revenue sharing system as it would be combined with the player compensation system.
The last lockout by the NHL was 2004. The entire season was lost before the two sides finally signed an agreement. A lot of the league's fan base vanished. It's taken a massive effort over the last 7 years to build it back.
So I think there might still be some teams that'll suffer. The league as a whole, no, but yeah, you could potentially ruin some teams.
This super fan just shrugs.
You know, it's not surprising. It's always challenging when you see millionaires fighting with billionaires.
It's not just the passion of fans that would get hit, it's also the pocketbook of businesses that depend on NHL hockey. This ticket broker blames the players.
They got to get the guy that's looking after this whole deal and say to him, guys, we're making $2.4 million average, more than the average fan. The average person in the world, in North America, is not even going to make that in a lifetime.
The players and the league meet again on Tuesday in Toronto, so there is hope. Although at this point, as Donald Furr from the NHL Players Association puts it, there's a meaningful gulf in negotiations. Alan Waterman, CBC News, Vancouver.
So what should we make of all this? Elliot Friedman of CBC's Hockey Night in Canada is here to help us out on that. Is this Bettman bluster or is this the real deal?
Well, first of all, he really knows how to get the Olympics off the news cycle, doesn't he? Put
sure
the NHL
does.
back there. You know, basically what had been happening was Donald Furr, who was quoted in that piece, who leads the players, had said a couple of times that, hey, if things go past September 15th, which is when the CBA expires, there's no reason we can't play and continue to negotiate. I think what the commissioner was doing today is saying that's not going to happen. If it's not done by September 15th, there is going to be a lockout.
Do the players really want to go down this road again?
No, I don't think they do. But I do think that, and I'm a labor pessimist by nature, Peter. I do believe there's going to be a lockout. I just think that they were locked out for the entire 2004-05 season. They gave up the cap, which they never wanted to do, and they felt they gave up enough last time. They've been told, and they believe as a group right now, that this is on the owners to fix themselves. The battle between the high revenue owners and the low revenue owners, and nothing the league has done so far addresses that. Now, I think the league's going to test their resolve. That's why we may go past September 15th, but that's how the players feel. They feel this is an owner versus owner battle now.
All right, Elliot, good of you to come in. Thanks
Thank you
very much.